Hey everybody, Brett from AstartesGaming here, back with some more Total War Attila, where we're playing the 1078 Medieval Wars mod as the Kingdom of England. And in the last episode, we fought one hell of a battle against the Welsh Kingdom of Glywysing down here. We were able to get them to attack us across this river, and even though they outnumbered us something like, I think it was like 3,500 against like 2,300, we were able to kill them essentially like 6-1, like one of ours dead for every 6 of theirs dead. We utterly obliterated them. If you didn't watch that battle, I highly suggest you go back and check it out. It was a lot of fun. It got messy, but it was a lot of fun. And so anyway, we've pretty much wiped out their armies. We are currently besieging their settlement, and we are going to conquer them at some point today. I also mentioned in the last episode that we were going to try to get the Earl of Nottingham to join us. But in setting up for this episode, I remembered something. If you cut a faction, loose as a puppet state, it counts as ending a contract or a diplomatic agreement early. So if I cancel it, it's considered an act of treachery, and they actually will dislike me for it. So we have to wait 5 more turns before we do that. If we do it before that, they will actually hate me for setting them free, which is kind of stupid, but that's how the mechanic works, so I can't do it yet. With that said, I think the Earl of York is in the same boat, but we didn't want to cut them loose this early anyways because they don't like me nearly as much. This one is, yeah, he likes me a little bit, but the Earl of Nottingham is like off the charts, like up to 205 in the next couple of turns. So we'll keep working on that. We are at war with the Kingdom of Powys as well. They declared war on one of our vassals. We had to intervene. So my goal with them is to make sure that the Earl of Nottingham doesn't take it. And since we're not going to be absorbing him at least this turn, I'm going to try to war target down here and see if I can draw him away from it. I don't mind him helping out with my siege up there, but I don't want him taking that settlement or that city. I think we already looked at diplomacy this turn, and there wasn't anything going on for us within our faction options. So I'm actually not going to fight this battle this turn, because if I conquer it, he won't move. So I might wait until the next turn to get him to start moving this way, and then we'll take it. But that could be... See, this is why I don't like having allies and vassals in this game. You end up almost fighting them more than you're fighting the enemies, because I don't want him to have that. And if he takes it, he might be too strong to ever agree to our offer. So... Issues. They really screwed me by declaring war. If they hadn't declared war, this wouldn't have been a problem, because he was headed down here to help me, and then they didn't like it and they declared war because he trespassed, and now he's going to conquer them, and it's all a mess. So let's spend this money on some buildings, since we're not going to use it to bribe them. And I don't really have a lot of places to spend it other than upgrades in our settlements there. You guys are really upset, but I honestly don't care, because you can't muster enough rebels to actually take the settlement anyways. Let's work our way down into France. We'll see what's happening in here. I don't know that I'm gonna like do anything hostile, because I don't want the agent action penalty, but we'll at least kind of survey their strength. Actually, I should probably have sent him north, but oh well. We can always make another spy. So, let's see, 36 in London, plus 10 from agricultural buildings. It's not really going to matter. We'll be getting the exact same stuff from either one. I'm going to do it in London, because Canterbury with the muster hall already has a larger garrison. So London is the weakest, at least in terms of defense, the weakest settlement we have right now, other than the 2 in France I don't care about. So with that, we'll end our turn, and they might sally out to attack us, but I'm hoping that I can get my ally to head in that direction. Even if he just breaks off from the siege there, that'll be enough. I just don't want him taking that this turn. Okay, so unfortunately that plan did not work. He is still there and besieging them, so what I need to do is I need to take this turn and then go up there and try to figure out how the hell to get him off of that thing. Because, again, we want to be taking it for ourselves and not for him. Well, let's take a quick look at diplomacy. This should be on 4 turns. Yeah, okay, so it's not far off. That means probably by next episode we'll be able to do that at some point. Earl of York, you're going to be a lot further off. Even though the counter is the same, he doesn't like me nearly as much, and so we've got to raise that relationship first. And then, Sweden, are you guys ever going to come around? No, they're still not having it. We could be such great friends, Sweden. Even though you're at war with the Holy Roman Empire, and I don't know that that's a bridge I want to cross just yet.
I trust you bring words that...
Trying to think of anything else I can throw at these guys to make them like me a little bit more, but it's a long way from an alliance, that's for sure. And then anything happening in here before we go resolve this battle? Not really. Not until I start recruiting another army, which I guess I could start doing. I have, well, I don't want to cut too much into my income. I'd be willing to drop that to about 3,000, but not any further. So let's see. I will raise a force. I don't like because we're supposed to be the Kingdom of England in, 1078. So I don't like the generals with like the Viking style helmets. So maybe I'll go with Bjornwolf, who is a fearless warrior, so that helps. It's probably, of these 3, it's probably the best choice for a general anyway. He's also young, which is good. And he doesn't look like a Viking. So I'll take it. And we'll give you men-at-arms, because we don't want you to be infantry. And we'll start recruiting the same way we did before, with a bunch of spears. Alright, let's get to this battle. Alright, so it's about a 50-50 chance of victory. Again, they outnumber us, although not nearly as bad as they did last time. They, again, don't really have... Well, they've got a decent number of archers. It looks like they have 4 to our 4. And then they finally have some cavalry. They have about the same number we do, so this is going to be a more even battle. We do have artillery, though, which is something that they don't have. So let's quick save, and we'll jump in. Okay, so we are all set up and ready to fight. I'm using essentially the same formation that we used in the last battle, with the exception of the foot knightly retinue being added to the middle where, I always intended them to be. Let's get a look at them before we start this fight. So, kind of just a mixture of, like, surcoats, a lot of chainmail. Some of these guys have like painted great helms, others just like kettle helms or Norman helms or all sorts of stuff. A lot of these I'm pretty sure are taken like right out of Mount & Blade Warband. I recognize a few of these from mods like, where did it go? There's a helmet on one of these guys. This one right here, right out of Anno Domini. And I'm sure a few of these great helms as well. But they're shared modders resources, so that's why you see them so often. And then, of course, we have the sergeants on either side of them, and then the billmen out to the flanks, spears across the front with the archers in front to skirmish. I've hidden my artillery in the trees here, hopefully in range of the majority of their town. I've also got cavalry hidden here, here, and over here. So the cavalry is all hidden out to either flank and way, way out there. So we're going to try to draw them out, basically, with our artillery and our archers. And we'll see how that goes. But I want to fight them here. I don't want to fight them in the narrow streets of that town, especially with the arrow towers. I'd like to stay safely out of their range if I can help it. So unfortunately, they've broken through in our front line here. I need to have my archers not firing at those guys. Let's see. I'm going to toggle that so they pick their own targets. I had them initially firing there to try to ward the enemies off, but they managed to push through the spearmen anyways. But I don't want them firing into the back of my knights. You guys are... The game won't let me set them up over here for whatever reason. That wall or something is blocking it. But yeah, they keep targeting... You know what? Shoot over here. Just stop targeting people that are engaged with our own men. Also, they have engaged me here. For whatever reason, these guys, these mounted sergeants just like will not engage that enemy cavalry. But their knights are giving me a lot of trouble right now. I need you fighting them. You guys need to spread out. And you guys are a little bit late. Like, great that you regrouped, but kind of needed you to hold in that initial charge, and less so in this current one. Let's get you guys out of charge formation and just have you fight. Again, please stop raining arrows into our own men. You guys can't seem to handle that one particularly well. They have crossbows, that's concerning. Yeah, fire into the crossbows. Good, good, good. Okay. Let's have you hit them before they engage. Especially when they're spread out like that. That's the best time to get them. And I'm going to have you guys close the formation off a little bit here. We still have cavalry back there. We're not going to commit them yet. We might commit them. I want to get these archers here and those crossbows. So, general, start moving this way. And knights, you do the same. You guys, I'm not sure what to do with you yet. But stay there for now. I'm sure I'll find a use for you. The general's standing off by himself, and I kind of want to target him. But the thing is, when he's by himself, it's a harder shot. But if we're going to charge these guys anyways, I can't really afford to be firing into them. So you guys are basically going to run down these crossbows and these archers. There we go.
Our general is being attacked. Keep him alive.
Are you guys helping out over here? I hope. No, you're just standing there like you usually do. We're looking pretty good. I may need to shift my infantry over. Yeah, in fact, you guys are going to charge this way, and then you're going to flank them. Come on, get after them. They're on foot, you're on horseback. Shouldn't be too difficult. Why don't you guys engage as well? There's no point in holding this formation. They've already committed all their infantry. But yeah, at least by keeping them on the run, they're not shooting at our guys. So go ahead and flank them there. Why do you guys just refuse to do what I tell you? See, they... Oh, that's an interesting move. I don't know where they came from.
Broken and I'm fleeing.
And we got spearmen breaking. Alright, well, you guys need to commit. Can't have you out of the fight any longer. But I would think that we should be able to win this. This is another story, but I do have cavalry coming in that should be able to help out. Come on, slaughter him, slaughter him, slaughter him. Do it quickly, because you are taking fire. You guys need to get in there. Where the hell are you going? Just get over here, wherever you fit, which is apparently nowhere, because these walls all count as, like, stuff in the way. No, 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 what did I just do? Target them. No, don't do that. Just stand somewhere. Stand wherever you can stand and shoot arrows. Meanwhile, if you guys could maybe kill the general, that'd be great. They're actually doing a decent job, given how far away he is. And you guys are still freaking standing there. It's really difficult to get these billmen to engage. I'm going to take them out of formation. I think that's the issue. Yeah. They've got more hidden units. Okay, so they had reinforcements coming from the hills. That's where that cavalry hit us from. You guys, get over here. I don't care about those units. Your job is to deal with them. So let's see. Knights. I want you hitting that unit. And I want you guys hitting that unit. Why is it taking you so long to kill these archers? Why are they killing you? That's concerning. And why the hell did you stop? Go, go, go. Get in there. I want you to make a mess of that. Come on, knights. Hit him. You guys should probably be involved in that fight in some way or another. You should be more than capable of winning that. I'm going to need to get those knights some help. They're not doing so great. Gotta make sure our general doesn't get killed by those crossbows.
Their general has fallen. Our victory grows ever nearer.
Good, so we killed their general. No point in firing at them anymore. I don't know. Fire at that. General, I need you to win that. I need you to win it quick. I don't want you to die to a freaking crossbowman, if I can help it. You guys need to get over here. I don't think I need to really micro this much more. We should be able to win it just with the way that we're currently set up. Let's have you charge them. You should be able to get over here. General's almost done with those guys. They're really hanging in there, and for whatever reason, these knights just aren't cutting it. Go ahead and back out, and then I'll have you charge back in. Meanwhile, you guys can hit them. Oh, good, they're starting to break. Watch out for those spears there. Where'd that other cavalry unit go? I feel like we're missing a cav unit. Or maybe it's one of these already committed. Hit them hard. You guys can get back in there now that they're engaged. They came back. They're actually proving to be pretty resilient here. I need you just in the fighting somewhere. Archers, skirmish, and deal with some of these backline guys. I don't like them running around behind us. That's what I like to see. So they're starting to break all over the place. You guys moved for whatever reason. Good job there. Let's finish them off. You guys should have that pretty much wrapped up. We're going to take some heavy losses here, but all things considered, I think we did pretty well. What are you firing at? Okay. Let's see. Why don't you go after those archers?
Our men run from the enemy. This is shameful.
And as soon as you destroy them... Actually, you know what? Everybody get over here. Because I want you away from those towers anyways. Can't afford to lose our general to a freaking arrow tower. Get in there and kill those guys off. Come on, general. Get out of there. Get out of there. We're still in their range. Not by too much more. But yeah, we're almost out of there. We've completely destroyed their forces over here, so it's just a matter of mopping this up now. And are we out of his range yet? Just out of his range, okay. And our general's still alive, so he should stay that way. You go after them, because they are still in the fight. One of the few units that is. Their general's dead there, so I shouldn't need to even bother with the rest of that unit. Any archers that are left, target these guys. And that should be that. Ah, there's the other cavalry unit. You know what? No, don't get in there. Don't get in there. Run down some of these units. It doesn't matter. This is a siege battle, so they'll be destroyed as soon as we win this. But, you know, until we win it, let's make sure they stay off the battlefield. What is giving you guys so much trouble with these archers? I don't get it. We should just obliterate them with our heavy cavalry, but...
Enemy units have returned to the battle.
Who's rallying? Maybe their cavalry over there? I don't know, but these archers should be dealt with. Let's send this mob here after those guys. In fact, artillery, do you still have ammo? No, you're done. Why don't you leave? No point in keeping you around. Oh, they're gonna break. This is over. Cool.
Day is yours.
Decisive victory. Alright, so again, 600 or so dead on our part and over 3,000 dead on their part. Okay, so it is wiping all these guys out. So we probably didn't kill that many in the actual battle, but because we've taken the settlement, everybody that was in it is dead. The knights, again, proven to be pretty effective. This unit right here was just a wrecking ball. Not a single casualty and almost 600 kills. This one didn't do quite as well. They were basically 2/3 of the unit is dead, but they still killed 310 men. So basically 5-to-1 kill to death ratio for them. And these guys, probably, I would say probably the worst of the three, because even though they lost less than these guys did, they didn't even kill half as many. The men-at-arms, or the mounted sergeants, did pretty well. Archers, I think they all got 120 or more, 108, so they all got over 100, which is fine, I guess. These guys are pretty reliable. I mean, they usually kill about as many as there is in these units, and they don't take a lot of losses, so that's good. The knights actually didn't do as well as these guys did. That's kind of funny. And then the billmen, not as strong showing for the billmen this time around. Last time they did really well. And then the spears, again, these are just fodder troops. I don't expect anything out of them. And 250 for the general, or the king himself. And we're going to occupy this place. Although we could loot and occupy it. I don't hold any of the other territories, so I don't really have anything to lose. Because the instability is really only going to affect... Well, it will affect this settlement, but it's going to affect the other ones too. And since the other ones aren't held by me, it's kind of like free money. But this will give me replenishment, which is probably... Yeah, I'll take the replenishment. Alright, and Carwent is now ours.
Warriors all.
And they are still alive, although probably not for much longer. They're going to be taking attrition. It looks like the general and the army leveled up. Let's see. I'm going to go here and then here because I want that campaign movement range. And then on this one, I think we'll do one of each. Just I'll open up the trees all the way. And then I will probably, since they can't go anywhere this turn, I'm going to merge these two together. And I'll just, are they all at full strength? Yeah, so just disband that unit, and I'll just recruit another. And that should be just fine. You guys are recruiting. Why don't you do that in... Well, I can't do it now, but I was going to put him in the settlement. So I think we're pretty much done here. Obviously, we need to repair some of this stuff. So that's a market village. That's probably fine. Fishing wharf. Oh, you guys have iron, though. I kind of can't build a farm here, then. Well, I don't need a muster hall here. Let's tear everything down. And I'll probably... I don't know. We'll see. I don't even want to bother repairing that, though. I have to repair it first? Okay, then. We'll see. We'll see. Wait, what's this doing? I wanted that. Okay, whatever. Alright, I think we are out of time for the day. So we'll have to resolve this mess in the next episode. But I do need to get the Earl of Nottingham out of there. I don't know how exactly we can do that. Maybe if I broker a peace. See, I'm not sure. I would assume because they don't have the ability to do any sort of diplomacy on their own. So I'm wondering if I make peace, if they will
Welcome. Speak. Come on. Do not waste
end their
time, better
war.
spend it hunting.
So I'm going to demand some money. Maybe a little bit less than that. Okay, so let's see what happens. I might just have to end up redeclaring this war. But I'm going to see if it ends the war. I'm looking at the wrong side. If it ends the war between these as well. It does, okay. So that saves us from that getting taken by them. I'll probably just declare war on them the next turn and take it myself. But this gives me a little bit more time, and it keeps them from taking a settlement that I don't want them to have. And meanwhile, we are growing a second army. In terms of faction stuff, I don't think there's a whole lot for us going on. We need her to hit 30 influence so that she can marry one of these guys. Maybe Bjornwolf. He wouldn't be a bad choice. Because he is a general. I like to have generals in my family. Let's give him basically everything we have here. I don't know if the strategist would be better on the king. Ow. Something is biting me. And, let's see. Local province. No, I want that on a governor. Let's give you the authority instead. And then you are my governor. Let's have you take that. And that'll make all of our buildings and stuff cheaper in our main province. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I had a great time playing some Total War Attila with you. I'm really enjoying this mod. As I said when I started the playthrough, I've been playing it my own time, and I think it's a lot of fun. I really enjoy just how big the battles can get because the units are so cheap. You end up fielding a ton of armies, and the garrisons are fairly large too, so even when you are being attacked in a settlement that doesn't have any army guarding it, you can do a whole lot with the garrison there because, like, for example, London, this is with nothing built. You know, that's a pretty sizable garrison. That's a lot better than the 4 units they normally give you in vanilla Attila. That rhymes. Yeah, I mean, that's a pretty solid garrison. You could do a lot with that. And so I envision, I haven't really fought it yet because I've always been on the offensive so far in this mod, but I have like visions of like these heroic last stands in these settlements because in like our Western Roman Empire playthrough, the garrisons are too small to really pull that off. You can really take a chunk out of the attacking army, but you just don't have enough men to actually win the battle. In this mod, you do, and so even if they're throwing a full stack at you, maybe 2 full stacks, you could potentially win with that army or that small garrison. So I'm looking forward to seeing that. Anyways, you know, don't forget to keep liking and leaving me comments, and I will see you guys back here for the next episode, and thank you so much for watching.